Tape www.suividecolosénégal.com. À École au Sénégal, c'est facile, tu n'as qu'à te connecter. Tape École au Sénégal, les leçons sont beaucoup plus détaillées.
Let's take examples with irregular verbs. Examples with irregular verbs. Now, first example. Now, our father went to abroad. Now here the verb is went in the simple past. And now infinitive of went is to go. So with irregular verbs, we don't add ed at the end of the verb. So the verb is changed. That's why we have to focus on the irregular verbs less. Okay? Here the verb may be completely changed, or the verb may have a little bit of change. So we have our father went to abroad, and went is the verb in the simple past. Went is the simple past of to go. So the infinitive of went is to go. Right? Example number 2. Another example. I bought a nice car. It is bought. Bought is to buy in the simple past. So infinitive of bought is to buy. Right? Let's go to see the negative form of the sentences. Now, negative. Our father did not go to abroad. We have our father did not go to abroad, or didn't go to abroad, or didn't go to abroad. Negative form. Now, example number 2. I didn't buy a nice car. Thank you. Now, interrogative form. Interrogative form. We have did our father go to abroad? Question mark. Okay? Did our father go to abroad? Or did I buy a nice car? This is negative form and interrogative form. Okay, now interrogative form. Interrogative. Example number 1, we have didn't our father go to Didn't our father go to abroad? Right? Or did our father not go to abroad? Okay, because didn't is a contraction of did not. Thank you. Example number 2. Didn't my sister play handball well? So they have didn't my sister play handball well? This is the interrogative form of this sentence, of the sentences, or of these examples. Okay, now this is the simple past tense with regular verbs and irregular verbs. Now let's go to see differences between the simple past and the past continuous. Now, past continuous. We said last time we said simple past is expression of a complete action, or we use the simple past when they have a situation where the action is completely finished. This is the simple past tense. Now it is different with past continuous tense. Past continuous tense is situation which was happening in the past and now progressively, or in the past progressively. This is the past continuous tense. Now, right? That's why it is used when they have two simultaneous actions. So we use the past continuous tense when they have two simultaneous actions. We use the past continuous tense when they have two simultaneous actions. Examples? Examples for the past continuous. Okay, when for example, when they called for, when they called for dinner, Omar was sleeping. So here, when they called for dinner, this is the first action. The first action is the action of calling for dinner. Now the second action is the action of sleeping, or the action of was sleeping. Now these two actions are simultaneous. When they called for dinner, Omar was sleeping. These actions were happening at the same time in the past. And now the first is simple and the second is continuous in the past. Now we have to know this situation was happening in the past tense. Thank you. And they are at the same time simultaneous. When they called for dinner, Omar was sleeping. Second example. Second example. Yes. Ablai. Ablai came from New York. Ablai came from New York last night. Ablai came from New York last night while Ablai came from New York last night while his wife was taking rest. So here they also have two actions. The first is here, this action of coming from New York. This is the first action. Second action is the action of was taking rest. Now these actions are simultaneous. The first is simple and the second is continue in the past. Now we have Ablai came from New York last night while his wife was taking rest. Now let's continue with example number 3. Example number 3. Adama took his bath while his friends Adama took his bath while his friends were watching the film. So Adama took his bath while his friends were watching the film. Here we also have two actions or two simultaneous actions. Now the first is the action of taking bath. The second is the action of were watching the film. So they have two simultaneous actions. The first is action of taking a bath, and the second is action of were watching. And now took is in the simple past tense, and were watching is in the past continuous tense. We have Adama took his bath while his friends were watching the film. Okay? Now let's go to take the form for the past continuous tense.
Vous pouvez suivre d'école au Sénégal.com à école au